Hello, welcome. And I am not sure what I think about Vampirella number three. Uh, at some level, I really enjoyed it, and at some other level, I'm just kind of like, what did I just read? You know? One thing I do know is something about the art, and I think it's the way the colorist is doing his job, really just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like I look at it, and it just doesn't sit right with me. It could be the line work, it could be, but I'm pretty sure it's the coloring. Oh, so she's still talking to the head shrinker. Let me flip. See, there he is. But we actually open up very much in media res with this great page. This is probably the best looking page in the book. It's a great way to start a book. It absolutely is. I like the get up she's wearing. It's a little non traditional for Vampirella. She looks more like that Van Helsing character in that Van Helsing First Dracula's Daughter book that I reviewed last month. Oh, hey, I put a little crink in the cover. Oh well. Oh well, fingers. What are you gonna do with them, right? So she's fighting monsters, and now you can see it. See, I don't like the way they look. I'm pretty sure it's the coloring. Like the coloring looks too cell shaded for the rest of the art or something. Like, does that make any sense? But she's fighting them. It's a good battle. Then she fights some vampires and she rescues a kid. Takes the kid into the air. The kid turns out to be possessed or whatever. Squirts out like guts into her face. It's disgusting. She plummets and she meets her mother, who's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And they go from there. I'm not going to show any more of the book because I've showed, I don't know, maybe a third of the book here. But from here on out, we start getting into the character of Vampirella. This book, despite this bit of action, is really like an origin story book. Because from this point on, we learn about Vampirella, where she comes from, how she came to Earth, who her mother is, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. And it was fun. The banter is kind of interesting. The psychiatrist responding to the psychic powers of the mother, like, it's really cool. It's really compelling. The mother and Vampirella talking back and forth. It's pretty compelling stuff. I want to read more of it. I wish it looked a little bit better because something about this art just bothers me. Like, let's go over here. Like, look at this. It's definitely like the. I got it. I got it. Sometimes the coloring looks cell shaded, like her face, her arm, and sometimes you get these really smooth gradients on her chest right there, and it doesn't quite look right. Going from a place where you have very sharp lines to a place where you have very smooth lines feels weird. And I just noticed that. And I'm wondering if that's like the thing that's been bothering me about it in other places. And I think it is. Like, I'm looking over here. He's kind of got the same thing going on. There's real strong lines right there around his forehead and eyes, which that actually looks really strange. And then there's a much smoother gradient right there. Yeah, I think maybe that's kind of what's bothering me is the coloring style doesn't seem so well defined. Frankly, you could probably go with that cell shading style. Look, the line art over here is putting in like some heshered shading and stuff to indicate texture on the wings, which means you don't need detailed, detailed like color work because the line art is implying the shading, but you still get it. And then the backgrounds, especially like in this part right here, looks completely different. My book. Looking at this, you see it? It's the paper's wavy. Weird. That is pretty weird. I really see it on this page in the glare that I see. Might not be able to see it, so yeah. See, you can see the ripples. That's strange. For a book that cost me $3.99, it shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, the little bit of action in here is pretty good. The ongoing story she's telling about her work, or about Vampirella working for the like crazy Catholic nun army, pretty cool. This bouncing between different points in time. I was just talking about this in relation to another comic book. It provides a way to do narration. So you have a narration here. Because see, we break from the past back to the present right here. And so that pulls us out of this story and lets us kind of narrate or comment upon what we're reading. So it's like we have a narrative and a meta-narrative around that narrative. And then the meta-narrative can inform the actual narrative that we're reading in the past. It's well constructed. Christopher Priest did a good job writing. I don't know why that first issue was so rough on me, because I really didn't like it. This is pretty good. This is enjoyable. I hope they keep making these. I hope they keep doing pretty good. I wish Dynamite didn't feel the need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11 covers right there. And what is that? 12 covers. So there's 23 covers for this one book. That's absolutely ludicrous. And that's also not counting. Probably there's like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive variant that's going to exist. Some artist probably has an exclusive variant on their website. You know, it's kind of crazy. I do like this cover though. The whole like wall of skulls. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. All in all, I like this issue. I thought it was pretty good. Could have been better. The art seems to be like the biggest sticking point in my mind. I totally got over whatever reservations I had about that psychiatrist. It actually provides a very useful framing narrative for the rest of it. I think maybe in the first issue, I was having a bad day or something, or just the immortal guy blowing himself up was like just ludicrously dumb or something. I don't know. I don't know. But the previous issue was good. This one is good. This series is now pretty solid in my estimation. You all take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I sure hope to see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.